Guys, thanks for getting in and waiting. We're on to a reaction from the fans. I'm going to call this a fan forum now. So I'm usually a host, and when you don't see me host these, it will be Shane or even the Flying Pig might come on some of these. But anyway, it's me for now. I'm your host Eddie O2. I'm here with G Wolf. How you doing, mate?
Yo, hi guys.
Cool. And we got Usman in here again. He was on the last stream. How you doing?
I've been better, bro. I've been better. I'm not gonna lie. I've been better.
Okay, guys, you know the drill. When you get in here, okay, you drop a like, and if you're new, you subscribe because this content is going to keep coming. Pigo can't do all the content himself, so that's why I'm in here. I'm sure Pigo is going to be usually back on with FIFA later. Hopefully, I don't know if people were on the stream that are in here today. Yesterday's stream with Pigo, he was a little bit gashtastic, as he likes to say. He wasn't. I don't know if he won a game, but people were in there with the support. So you got to, as much as with some people trying to back Ole still with the actual team, you got to back the Don with his FIFA. So stay tuned for some Pigo FIFA later on. But I'm just going to go through some of the stats, okay, before we get into it, guys. So we're looking at the table, and if we look at the positivity, we are second place with a game out of hand. With Liverpool are top with 14 points, 6 games played. Man United, we played the extra game, won 14 points. Everton now, we've allowed them to stay on our tails. They're in third place with 14 points. I mean, they had 4 big injuries. We saw Calvert-Lewin wasn't there. We saw Richarlison wasn't there. So, we've kind of missed a little bit of opportunity here. If we look at the match facts, they say that we should have won that game. We had 62% possession. That implies that we dominated it. In terms of shots, we get a lot of shots. 24 shots, but only 8 on target. We've seen this in previous games. We don't seem to be getting enough on target compared to the actual shots we take. Everton only had 8 shots, 3 on target, but the goals say 1-1. The passing, 85% success rate compared to Everton's 66%. These stats on paper say we should have won that game. In terms of the eye test, for me, it didn't look like we did too well. Especially, I mean, first off, people were saying on Pigo's stream that we played positively, we were doing okay. But second half, as soon as I saw those subs, for me, they're weird subs. Apart from Sancho coming on, I didn't see why Ronaldo had to come on. 55 minutes. I don't think he had any chances, to be honest, that were that good. Everton seemed to grow into the game, so I don't see how that happens when we make subs. Before I get into G Wolf's and Usman's take on it, I'm going to make some shout outs now. Who's in here? We've got who we got? Nigel. Nigel, thanks for being a new member. Wiggy, Joseph Adams, Tekken Fan 1997. Good to see you again. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That's the real guy, but thanks for getting in. Sin Games, Lou Manu, Ollie again there, and got Connor and Andy Williams. So please drop a like and subscribe if you do. So we're going to start with Usman, actually, bro. Just tell us about what you're thinking and try and remain calm because I know you're a little bit angry before the stream, but
I'll remain calm because I've gotten to the point now. It's just past that ranting stage, so to speak. I mean, it's just the same stories, isn't it? Really, at the end of the day, you see the caliber of players we've got on the page. You kind of read out the statistics, and I do feel in the second half we improved. I did think there was a marked improvement in the manner in which we controlled the game. I somewhat believe Everton were happy to allow us to do that.
Sorry, Usman, I got to stop you there. You think we had a better second half, though? Is that what
I thought compared to? I think the second half, from our perspective, was definitely better than the first half. I don't think we was as good as people made it out in the first half. I thought the first half was fairly even. And obviously we somewhat scored out of nothing really. It was a bit of quality from the 3 players linking up for the goal. But
do you think they grew into the game though, Osman? I mean, I've got to come in there because Damari Gray was causing some nonsense on that left and isolated Lindelof.
No, look, I'm not saying we played well, but I'm saying in the second half we dominated the game because they allowed us to do so. They sat back and tried to counter us, as you mentioned. Damari Gray in particular was devastating on the break alongside all the players that they had. But Everton allowed us because they know that Man United have no capability of breaking down a low block. I mean, it's evident time and time again under Ollie's tenure, Van Gaal's tenure, Jose's tenure, a low block seems to be the Achilles heel, the kryptonite, whatever you want to call it, of Manchester United Football Club. Every single time without fail. So Everton said, you know what? You lot have the ball, break us down. And in the second half, we couldn't. It's as simple as that. We couldn't break them down. For all the possession we had, I can't really recall a clear-cut chance we had in the second half. Obviously, there must have been one or two, but I can't really remember a clear-cut chance I thought we should have scored. I mean, for me personally, it's disappointing, and I think a lot of it is down to the selection from Ollie, which I'm sure you'll go into a bit later on, so I don't want to touch on that just now. But yeah, my initial thoughts is disappointing. Is 2 points dropped. We're literally 2 points above Arsenal, just to put it in context, if to beat Brighton. So yeah, that just says it all, and it really, we can't beat nowhere near Arsenal. They're not good enough.
I mean, just because I don't want to forget, I was just thinking, because you're talking about a lot of things now. I just want to get your take on the subs then, before I go to G Wolf.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't. Look, I'm someone who's complaining about Ollie's lack of subs, so I can't sit here now and say, oh, you know, I was happy that I made subs early. I wasn't really sure why Cavani came off. I don't really see what Cavani did wrong, because he had no real service. I know the Fred header that he should have probably scored, realistically speaking. But minus that, I can't think of anything that Cavani did wrong in that game. Like he was moving off the ball. He was trying to create space. He was doing what he normally does.
He presses a lot. I mean, do you remember the only chance that I remember him getting? Fred actually popped up on the left, crossed into him for a header that tested Pickford. That's the only real service I really saw.
Apart from that, so the Ronaldo sub was somewhat surprising. It was a bit early, so I was a bit shocked. But in saying that, Ronaldo and Sancho's link up today was fantastic. I thought them two really made a big difference when they came on in terms of the directness, the willing to link up and try and make things happen. So that sub kind of paid dividends, to be honest, although I didn't really agree with it at the time. So I can't knock him for that sub. But for me personally, it just comes down to McFred starting. I mean, it's just
before you go into that though, what about Martial? What about Martial coming off? Because he scored a goal. He's got confidence there. So why not stay on?
I think he got injured, you know. I think he actually got a knock. He looked like he was limping off. I'm not sure. If that's a tactical change, then I have not got a clue how Greenwood stayed on over Martial. Surely it's got to have been a knock. But yeah, great positive for Martial. He needed that goal desperately. You saw the relief from his celebration as well. So yeah, I'm happy for Martial on a personal level. But of course, you know, we needed the 3 points more than Martial scoring.
Yeah, I'm just going to get into the comments a bit. The Don saying, Usman is a Don. That is some props there, Usman. Looks like you're going to be a regular addition to the fan forum. I appreciate it. Jonathan Gallagher, one of the mods, getting in here, already talking about wait to the end of the season to judge. I think he's reacting to some people that were getting in on Piggo's watch along. A lot of people are they out now in terms of Piggo's following. He did a poll, and it said 55% are they out, 45 are they in. So looks like the tides are turning. You know. You got to go with the people. When a lot of people vote, it tends to tell you that people are going off the eye test. You can't fail the eye test. Yeah, people are not going to have a vendetta against Ole. Why? Because he's a legend of the club, right? As a player, but people are looking at what he's doing as a manager. So I doubt that's going to be people having agendas. Some people will, but the people have spoken. I mean, obviously, ultimately, he's going to be up to the Glazers, but we're going to see what happens.
I still agree with Jonathan Gallagher. Wait until the end of the season to judge Ollie.
Okay, other people getting
Man United will never sack their manager halfway through a season.
Okay, I
haven't seen them do it before.
I'm going to get to you, G Wolf. Got to say hi to Peter Moran. 1-1, not good enough. Sub to Flying Pig United. Thanks for getting in here. No spam, please, guys. When you're in the chat, just get in your point and let's try and have a conversation. Let's try and have a debate. Let's not try and insult, because I know we get angry when things happening like this, that where we're not getting wins in these games, where we should be beating an Everton team that have 4 big injuries that they had to their team. We should be capitalizing. Yasin, thanks for getting in here, mate. Andy Williams, Ellie, good to see you in here. One of the mods. Raphael Varane is in here. I don't think you're the actual one. I think you had an all right game. He had an all right game. What's Rafael Varane saying? We'll struggle to finish. Oh, you can't say that, Varane. What are you doing? You're one of the big top signings saying we're going to finish fourth. Not having that. Not having that. But anyway, yo, G Wolf, let's have your take on the game, mate.
Well, I thought the first half was a lot better than the second half. We passed it. We was passing it around well. You know, but it's that midfield. We just kept on getting bypassed by the midfield. Midfield was just nowhere to be with that McFred. They were just nowhere near the standard that we should see from Man United, I thought. You know, Lindelof, or Blunderlof as I call him.
Yeah.
You know, he had a pretty good game today.
I mean, I just got to get him in already.
G-Wolf,
I'm sorry, I got to cut you there, yeah? We talk about the midfield. You talk about Fred not good enough, yeah? Almost everyone in Piggers Watch Along was saying, Fred. At mistake, is at fault for the goal. I thought Luke Shaw was at fault a little bit too.
Same here.
G-Wolf, who's picking Fred every time? This is why Ole's getting pressure. This is one of the big points.
It's because of wasn't it like at the start of Ollie's reign, he picked the McFred partnership and they actually played quite well. So he's like, you know, he's hoping, keeps on hoping that they're going to gel together and do well. But every week in, week out, every time we see the McFred on the team sheet, that's it. We know that what the outcome is going to be, but Ollie needs to really seriously think about what his two midfield is going to be if he's going to keep on playing this 4-2-3-1 gashness that we keep on seeing.
It's gash. This is why
it is. It's proper gash. We're not
me,
gelling.
This is why for me it's making it hard to back Ole, because we saw him try, or from what I saw, he tried the 4-3-3 a little bit in the Villarreal game. It was a good game, better game, even though we conceded counter attacks. But today we see it again. Let's discuss this midfield, guys. Yeah, Usman, I'm going to come to you again. Yeah, I don't know if you saw. Did you watch the whole game? Right?
Yeah.
That midfield for me, from what I saw, was frustrating the hell out of me, because what I saw is we had Fred holding, and then it was McTominay a little bit being a partner, but then going forward a little bit. Sometimes trying to do 1-2s with Saka, which didn't think was effective enough. And then Bruno was on the left. It was like a left attacking mid. And he just tried to link up with Martial. Kind of wasn't working too much until the goal, in fairness. That was okay. Good pass to him. But it seemed lopsided, like I'm saying. Fred holding, McTominay going a little bit forward, and then Bruno on the left, in the left channel. So if you look at the shape, it's a kind of a wonky triangle. From my point of view, I don't know what you thought of that.
It's very lopsided, isn't it? But I think regarding the midfield, this is the best way for me to sort of explain my thoughts regarding this. McFred had a good game today, right? But hear me out before you say. So what I'm trying to say is, by their own ability, they had a good game. And that is saying everything you need to know. They are nowhere near good enough by the standards. That for them was a good game. Is that even remotely closely good enough for Manchester United football? Let that sink in. That's a good game for them.
Yeah.
In their head, they've gone home. Fred doesn't make that mistake. Let's say they score some other way. If Fred doesn't make that mistake, he's not culpable for the goal. The scores were out.
Can we confirm the mistake then? Did he lose the ball? Because what I saw, I think I maybe missed it then. I thought it was a 50-50. I thought it was a 50-50 that he lost. So he completely lost it. Okay.
Yeah, he lost the ball, then got bullied for a 70-30 for him to win the ball, and then he doesn't take the man out and takes a yellow card. It was a catalogue of errors from Fred. But what I'm saying is, if he didn't make that mistake, and let's just say the score some random goal, they've gone home thinking, oh, we played well today, because that is their standard. They're nowhere near good enough to be starting week in, week out. And people keep saying, what is Oli meant to do? He's not got X, Y, Z. Listen, I would accept that if you do not have Pogba, Van de Beek and Matic on the bench. Is very
Three big ones there, bro.
Two of them three players are, obviously all three are better, but two of them three are far superior than them two. How are they both playing over them three? It blows my mind. We know about the Van de Beek thing, so we don't want to go around in circles discussing that, because we know that situation. But
Uh,
nevertheless, it's not about individuals for me. It never is. It's about Manchester United. As you said, Wolf, right? Ollie, the fans know that as soon as we see McFred on the team sheet, that it's going to be a tough game, etc. Ollie's done this about 15 times. Is he going to get it in his head? That is always difficult. Why? It's like going to a fight and saying, "No, what? Actually, one second. Let me tie one arm behind my back, then we'll fight." Why are you doing? Why are you putting that? Why are you putting yourself in that situation when you don't have to? You can fight.
Ollie's trying to test himself, like challenge.
Yeah, but the whole irony is the thing that I find hilarious, right? Is these two guys are in the team to somewhat screen the back four, right? Which I would accept if they're actually doing that. We've conceded, we've got one clean sheet in 9 games this season, and they've played majority of the game. So what are they actually doing? Because we're not getting clean sheets, they're not creating chances, they're not helping us build transition. So what is their role? Decore has
Exactly. Usman, you just reminded me to look at the form right now. Do you want to have a guess of what the form is in the last 6 games?
I know we've won 1, drawn 1, and lost like 4, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
1, 2, drawn 1, lost 3. Not good form.
That's not good enough.
I mean, obviously, a win's a win. We all know that as Manchester United fans. Sometimes they're going to get those, but that Villarreal win is the most snatch and grab you'll ever see in your life. So I don't want to discredit. I don't want to discredit that and say, oh well, we should not have won that game. But the fact of the matter is, we were shocking in that game as well. And on top of that, against Wolves, Traore ripped us a new one that entire game. So we won that game as well, and we didn't deserve to win that game. And I know football games are fine margins. It's about the points. But let's look at the bigger picture.
I'm sorry. Usman, I'm sorry, but I can't get with the fine margins thing when we're a big team.
Oh no, I agree with you. I agree.
You know what I mean?
I'm just trying to play a level playing field because I don't want people to think I'm so against Ollie, etc. But what I'm saying is, from their perspective, people will say, "Well, we won the game. Why are you bringing it up?" But from my perspective, I'm thinking the bigger picture suggests that we haven't been good for a long period this season, and their results are masking over the performances consistently. We've been well below par, and for whatever reason, individual brilliance, quality players, whatever you want to call it, is getting us out of jail, and that is going to run out today. I mean, to be honest, I don't think we deserve to draw. I think we deserve to win the game today. I'm not going to lie, because we dominate the second half. However, that's what happens if you don't have a clear plan to break teams down. You're always susceptible to getting hit on the break against a decent team. So
that's true. I'm just
see. I thought that we could have attacked a lot more.
Okay, Jewel, I'm going to come to you real quick, mate. So I'm going to ask you about the midfield as well. I don't want to neglect the comments. So Ole doesn't know what he's on about with the midfield, smiling when we lost. I was going to come to that later on, because I saw in about maybe 80 or 90th minute, he was shouting at McTominay. There was like a close-up on him. He was like, McTominay, get in position. And then he was smiling. We're 1-1. It's 1-1, and we're not in good form. 2 wins in the last 6, and you're smiling. There should be no situation where you're smiling, to be honest. He says 1 point from 6 against weak sides, clueless. Ole, get out of my club. So it looks like Finlay's done.
Yeah.
Villa player, thanks for getting in here. He says hello. Tekken fan saying free Donny. Jonathan Gallagher, Finlay. Okay, he's replying to someone else. Yasin, thanks for getting in here. Yasin, Donny played as a 6 when he was young, so why doesn't he give him a chance? I mean, we're gonna have to discuss him a bit more, as we go along in the stream, mate. G Wolf. So I did ask Usman about this midfield. It looked lopsided. What was your take on the midfield, mate?
The midfield, as Osman said, for their standard, it was a good performance. But for Manchester United standard, it's not good enough. They need to up their game significantly, especially in these sort of circumstances of trying to boss that midfield. That's what they need to do. But to tell you the truth, we've seen it over and over the past that they haven't done it, and they haven't got it. So why not try something new, whether it's Matic and Donny, or do a 4-3-3. So you bring in, Bruno back a bit.
Yeah,
with Pogba and either Donny or Matic, right?
Yeah.
Or just change it up instead of that normal 2 in midfield.
Yeah. See, you said that's two midfield when it should be three, even if it's
Exactly.
4-2-3-1. Yeah, I mean, no, was it 4? Yeah, 4-2-3-1. It should still be Bruno as a playmaker, as a 10, coming and getting the ball off the defensive
Yeah.
mids. I saw him. He likes to do this thing where he turns into a shadow striker and he's making runs in behind. But there's too many people trying to get in behind. We've seen it in the final that we lost in Europa League, where it went four defenders, 2 DMs, and everyone else is trying to get in behind when there's no space. So
That's it.
it's on Ole to tell Bruno, I need you to do some more. I mean, Bruno did some playmaking because I can't forget the goal. Okay, but if you're a top player like he is in terms of stats, I want to see more on the eye in terms of you making some plays and connecting with that midfield to just help, because I saw sometimes when McTominay was getting a bit isolated a little bit, and Fred,
Yeah.
and we know Fred panicked, so I don't know why you would have a midfield where there's Bruno not helping you out, because Fred panics. So I'm sure he panicked for the goal when he gave away the ball. So Ole's got to see this, Ole's got to see this.
And also,
go
Pogba's best
on.
position is on the left-hand side of that midfield three, isn't it? That's his best position. So
He came on for Fred, right? So Ole realized, okay, Fred gets the hook. Yeah, Pogba came on for a bit. I'm trying to remember when 70th minute is when Fred got hauled off. Pogba came on.
But then it was still that two midfield, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So
Pogba
it's
in there with
still
McTominay and Fred Bruno trying to go and join with the attack quite a bit. I mean, I know we did need the goal, but Usman, what did you think of Pogba's impact then? What were you happy with some of the play?
I mean, 20 minutes to go, obviously Pogba's like, he's been chucked on for Fred, rightfully so. But I think Pogba tried to get himself about. You could see that he was trying to win the ball back, that kind of thing. The desire was there from him, but the impact wasn't there. I've got to be honest. Not just him. I didn't really believe that we were going to score at the end. I didn't really. But obviously we're capable. We've scored a few late winners. We've got so much quality on the pitch. But it comes back to the same notion that you need to have structure in your football to score consistently. And a lot of what we're doing seems very improvised. And I don't mean that in a flippant comment in terms of this game. I think in general, a lot of the attacks that we do seem to be very improvised. I don't really see it.
Usman, let me get your point on this quickly because I'll forget. Yeah, I heard Ole. I'm sure it was Ole on the sidelines. He said to Sancho, "Stay out left, mate. Stay out wide. Beat your man." What for me? I was like, okay, that's coaching. That's what I firstly thought, and I thought, wait, I could tell him that. And if he's trying to beat his man though, Osman, that seems like that's individual brilliance required there. If he's gonna, because you got to be dribbling, that's individual brilliance, isn't it?
I mean, that's just common sense, innit? Like I could tell him that I'm a level 2 coach. I don't need to be.
Is it? You got your badges.
Oh, bro, 6 years, man. 6 years coaching. Don't worry. But that aside, man, you don't need to be a genius to work out the basic fundamentals of football. Anyone on Twitter can tell you what Sancho needed to do. Give us width, so to speak. And look, Sancho did fantastic. Got to give credit to Oli for subbing him on. When he did, Sancho definitely made a positive impact. However, it comes down to the same issue for me. Look at the players we've got on the pitch. I mean, you can't wish for a better crop of players on the pitch. We've got an unbelievable attacking plethora of talent. So for me, what is the reoccurring issue for me? It's the same thing, and it keeps coming up. We can't break down low blocks. They sat back, said, we're going to hit you on the break, and let's see what you can do. And that seems to be the reoccurring theme. And as a manager, it's your job to figure it out. He's been here for long enough now to understand that he needs to work. He needs to figure this out. It's a Premier League. This is how people are going to sit up against Manchester United consistently, especially in Everton's case. We said on the preview yesterday, we know what Everton are going to do. They're going to sit back. All three of us sat there and said it like with hand on chest. They're going to sit back. They're going to hit us on the break with the pace that they've got. We know that. Yeah. We know they're going to do that. They haven't got the main players. So it wasn't a shock. So why has Oli not spent time with the coaching staff to work out where are Everton's weaknesses? How do we exploit them? I mean, it doesn't seem like they do that. Like,
I got to bring up some comments here before you carry on. Sorry, mate. Andy Williams is saying, how can you bottle so many big games and important ones and back him, and the money he spent? It's crazy to me. Yeah. So yes, the management has got to be held to account. There was another comment that was discussing this as well. Yasin23, thanks for commenting as well. Man United board needs to wake up before it's too late and realize that this is not the club's level and the fans deserve way better than this vibes. And inshallah, I saw Kayam. Thanks for getting in as well. He was saying that a similar thing about this kind of thing that's going on. So yeah, Usman though, like I'm going to come to you, G Wolf, in a bit. Yeah, Usman. What if you're the guy that oversees Ole, right? You're the CEO or you're the Glazers, yeah. What are you saying now? Let's talk about it. I know we're not in control. We can only influence in terms of fans. We can say Ole in, Ole out, or shake it all about. We can say all that kind of stuff, yeah. But if you're the boss, what are you saying to Ole now?
I mean, look, at the end of the day, I don't know everyone's thoughts on the Glazers, etc. But for me personally, I just don't see them doing anything about it. Firstly, if I'm the boss, I would want to take Man United back to where we belong, i.e., the top echelon, the top table, whatever you want to call it. And I think for me, you need to look at the management firstly. He has been backed substantially. We signed Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, him in himself is outrageous. That we
signed the GOAT, yeah, and then we saw when Townsend scored. This dickhead did the Sue. Did you see him? He was all goofy. He was almost falling over.
Bro, that's so embarrassing.
People are taking the piss.
I felt embarrassed for Ronaldo. I mean, look, at the end of the day, regarding the coaching, obviously, G Wolf, you kind of alluded to the fact that you'd want Ole to get time and see where he's at. There. I know a lot of Ole fans, or whatever you want to call us, that have that sort of opinion. For me personally, I don't think Ole's going to win us anything. I've seen enough in his time that I don't think Ole is the man to win a silverware. For me personally, I want to win the league title and I want to win the Champions League. Obviously, I'm not saying win them both in one season, but we need to be in the conversation for both. And Ole has shown me so far in the 9-10 games that we played that he's tactically inept. He's not learning from his mistakes. And for me, I would get rid of him. But I know that's
so now you're calling him into your office and you say, Ole, sit down there, mate. Got some bad news.
Look, I just want to give this caveat. First and foremost, the job that Ali's done deserves a huge amount of credit. And arguably he's done a better job than Jose and Van Gaal because he's really rebuilt this team. And I mean, it's a title-winning team for me. And Ole deserves a huge amount of credit for that. But the question to anyone who's Ole, G Wolf, I'll throw this to you, my brother. Is Ole showing you that he's got the minerals to win the title? I'm not talking about second, third, fourth. And I know it's very early in the season. I understand that sentiment. However, have you seen enough from him in the 3 years for him to be better than Pep, Klopp, and Tuchel? Because I personally can't see it.
No.
Jewel, sorry, hold that. I just got to say more shout outs. People are getting in now, like bit more people getting in. Simpy the Gimpy, thanks for getting in. Jamie Boy, Chelsea Wolf, Vipers Daddy, Batman Knight fan, Josh Smith, Simpy the Gimpy. I don't think you're banned because you're actually still putting chats in here, so I don't know why you're asking, mate. So G Wolf, go on then, get into it, bro.
Right, so no, I haven't seen enough from Ole, but in some games, he changes his formation to a 4-3-3. And then when we attack, that's when I start seeing proper Man United football. Like, not proper Man United football, but some brilliance, if that makes sense. Occasionally, but as long as he plays the 4-3-3, this 4-2-3-1 formation is just absolutely crap. He needs to scrap it. We need to go with either 4-4-2 or 4-3-3, and then that's when he would start seeing, that he will be he will get us a title or get us a trophy, whether it's the Carabao Cup. Obviously not this season, but if he's still here next season, I think he needs to change his formation. Right, because obviously the formation which he's using now is definitely not good enough.
I've got a question for Usman that came in. I think I might have lost it, But G Wolf, I want to hear though what you're saying to Ole if you were the boss, because I asked Usman. I got to ask you too. Then, what are you saying to Ole?
I'll put him in and say, "Oi, take out that McFred and start either start Donny, start trusting him a lot more. Yeah, he's young. Yeah, he's throwing his dummy out of his pram, but You know, give him a chance, see what he can do. If you
How long are you giving them, G Wolf?
what, Ollie?
Yeah.
I still give Ollie until the end of the season. I'd say, look, you got until the end of the season to sort it out. If you don't sort out your mistakes of what you've made, then you're out the door.
Okay. I mean, for me,
As I say, I'll wait until the end of the season.
end of the season. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. We've all got different opinions. People might as well get in your comments in terms of what time you'd be giving Ole. I mean, for me, because Ole has just built the squad to that point where we can see this team should be challenging. Yeah. Last season, the season before that, it's been top 3. Cool. Thanks for the Champions League, Ole. Top 2. Thanks for the Champions League, Ole. And then this season where, okay, Ole, we need some trophies, lad. So maybe because I love fairness, I love to give people a chance to redeem themselves. We've seen the form, 2 wins out of 6. I think we played like maybe 10 games this season. It's not looking good. But I'm saying to Ole, you've got to change this now. I would say half of the season, mate. Halfway point is when I'm going to sit you down again, Ole, and we're going to have some really big discussions about what's going on. If you're not meeting the criteria of still being in the title race, I would say he has to go, mate, because he's got a big squad now. We've got Ronaldo to go, Champions League Varane, Sancho, and there's other guys that are already there that are already world beaters. We've got a world champ. Pogba is a world champ. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying half a season for me. There was a question for you, Usman, that it was there for quite a bit. How can Ole have done a better job than Jose or Van Gaal, Usman? The ambition is to win trophies.
Good question. Right. Okay. Firstly, if you're asking me who's been more successful, Jose Mourinho has been the most successful manager without a shadow of a doubt. So in terms of success, Jose Mourinho has been the most successful. In terms of better job, the reason I say Ole has done a better job is because successful obviously is trophies. That is the be all and end all. But in terms of the job that Ole's done, he's left us in a better place than he found it. The other 2 managers have never done that. Like Jose Mourinho left us far worse off than where we were, and obviously Van Gaal did the exact same. And I think they caused more turmoil to the club and the infrastructure of the club than Ole's done. I agree, trophies are by all means the most important thing at Manchester United, but the overall picture now looks a lot more positive. If you take Ole out of the situation, if another manager was to come in, hypothetically speaking, you know, the infrastructure seems a lot better. You know, the recruitment's been a lot better. Okay, the wage situation needs to improve, and you still need to get rid of the deadwood. But Ole has got a lot of deadwood, in my personal opinion, that I thought needed to leave, and the previous managers haven't done that. In terms of successful, is Jose Mourinho. I don't know if that is contradictory to what I'm saying, but hopefully it's not. But I just want to add onto what both of you guys said regarding the Ole thing. Firstly, it's good to see that we've all got contrasting views. I really like that, because obviously I would personally get rid of him now, and obviously you said end of the season, you said half. My thing with Ole is, right, it's very simple. He probably deserves to see the season out, Givo. I agree with you. He deserves. However, we have to be ruthless.
Sorry to interrupt. Someone says strong thoughts by the Wolfster. Case Slater, thanks for getting in here, mate. So carry on, mate. Carry on.
Yeah, it's all right. I think it's time we need to be ruthless, man, because at the end of the day, you're saying halfway through the season, the title will be gone by then. Of course, we can still potentially win the Champions League. That might all still be on the cards. But for me, this squad is not. This is like a golden generation squad. Not in terms of the generation, in terms of age, but in terms of the squad. Like we've got Ronaldo, like you mentioned, all those players. We've got so much talent. This team is a title-winning team, and I really fear after this season, Ronaldo's 1 year older, as we know, and he's only got 1 year left. Cavani's gone, Martial's gone, Van der Beek's gone, Pogba's gone, Matic is gone, and you need to realize that this opportunity might never come again, and we need to really grasp the opportunity. And I know, again, Ole has built this team, and he deserves to have the time, but at the same time, it's not about Ole, it's about what's best for Manchester United.
Exactly.
The best for Manchester United. That is the question I would ask you guys. For me, he's not, because he won't win us the trophies.
What do you think about this, guys? Bart with a controversial. I don't know if it's controversial. I don't know. I mean, we know
that's a no-brainer. Of course, Benitez is better than Ole.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong with saying it's controversial then, isn't it? Because Benitez, we've seen him. Liverpool. He's at Liverpool. I mean, Newcastle.
He did at Newcastle. Ole, with all due respect, Ole could never do that job.
We've seen them conceded a relegation with I don't know, Cardiff, maybe a worse squad.
Then he got back up, then he kept him up. I mean, the job he did at Newcastle, I'm sure if you speak to Newcastle fans, they were dying for him to come back. But I mean, Benitez has won the Champions League, innit? I mean, I don't even know if it's competition.
Exactly. He had a good Liverpool record. I think he won the FA Cup as well, didn't he? Or was it just Champions League?
I mean, that's not a fair comparison on Oli, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. Benitez, he's got his flowers, and he's been around the block.
This is another interesting one from Bart. What is the United way? I want to just G-Wolf. I just want you just to talk about that.
The United way used to be a 4-4-2 attacking formation, wasn't it? Under Fergie. Fergie always used to attack 4-4-2. You had the wingers pushing up to near where the striker, like not in between the midfield and the strikers, and literally get it to the wings, cross it in, and bish bash bosh. 9 times out of 10, we always scored. So
bish bash bosh. That suggests fast football, which I don't think we see enough. We don't see it enough.
No, we don't. No, they need to be a lot quicker, but that could be down to our midfield. Not
definitely down. That's a big problem.
That's that one.
The transition of play. They're not being like free-flowing football that we used to see.
Sing Games is saying 4-4-2 dead now. I've seen teams play this though. Burnley, even though they're kind of struggling. Even though they're struggling. So Osman though, Southampton play it.
Atletico Madrid to next time play 4-4-2.
Atletico, that's it. Yeah. I saw you itching to get in on the United way, Osman. So let's hear you.
I was waiting for to see what Wolf says. But look, I agree with what you said first and foremost, free flow football. But for me, the key component of being a Manchester United player and obviously, carrying the badge, so to speak, is risk taking. I think that's the one thing. Even prior to Sir Alex Ferguson, I'm sure the Busby Bays, etc. It's inherent. Obviously, playing youth, etc. That is a part of the way as well. But risk taking is an absolute cornerstone of this club. You have to have players that are willing to take risks and make things happen. How have we got that under Oli? Of course, we have got players that are match winners. There's no denying that. Yeah. However, this is on the manager as well. It's on you can look at Moyes, you can look at Van Gaal, Jose. Everyone post Fergie, they've all been pragmatic to an extent, and they haven't really taken the risk in the key moments. I can remember so many times when Sir Alex would just do the most bizarre sub. He'll take off a left back and chuck on an attacker in the last 20 minutes. I can't imagine Ali doing that. I mean, I feel like you have to be fearless at Man United. You can't be scared to lose. And I think too many times under the previous regimes, even to Oli, a lot of the managers haven't had that element of risk taking. I just think, obviously, G will kind of summed it with the free form football, hence I'm not repeated that. But I think it's just risk taking was the other thing I would have added to what G will said.
That's a big one. I've got to hear. Sorry, Drew. I just got to hear. I mean, Drew, if you could probably answer this then before we go to Usman again. Till Malone, thanks for getting in here. What you're saying, so obviously, Ole deserves till end of the season. Can I ask you to explain based on what shit play? So he's not seeing the bad play apparently. How low fans have sung. I don't like the general thing. It seems like a dictator saying.
The reason why Ole
hold on, G Wolf. I don't like people saying because we have a difference in fan opinion. That is football. People see different things. People have different philosophies. But you can't say people have sunk when they expect certain levels of football. No one can argue against the fact that we're scraping games. It's fine margin when we're a top team, and we're having to go for a last-minute De Gea save in the West Ham game, last-minute Ronaldo against Villarreal, okay? We're supposed to be better than these guys. They finished 8th place or 7th place in their league. We're looking at the same level as every team we play. How can we do that as a top team, So, G-Wolf, get into this because I don't think you can say fans' expectations or fans' behavior has sunk. I don't see how you can say that.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't sunk at all. It's like, I just think, like, the way, like, he got us third, he got us second. To tell you the truth, that's back-to-back Champions League. No other manager post Fergie has ever done that. So I think give him to the end of the season. If he's say scrape top 4 and we get knocked out of the Champions League in the group stages and knocked out of the FA Cup 3rd round sort of thing, then I would say, right, okay, now Ollie's job is really on the line.
So can I just ask you a question there, Wolf? Like,
Go on, then.
so would you still give him to the end of the season if he got knocked out and put us in the Europa League? Because for me personally, he should personally pack his bags and leave if that happens with the players we've got. Like, there's no way that this team should be in the Europa League. Like,
True.
Surely you wouldn't give him to the end of the season if that happens again.
Sorry, I just got to come in quickly. I think I
Probably,
misunderstood.
I probably wouldn't, but
I miss-
you know
I miss-
the Glazers.
Yeah, hold on, G-Wolf. I misunderstood Till Malone. Yeah, I just got to come in there. He said, please explain how Ollie deserves to end of the season. So I think actually Till Malone was maybe saying,
It might be towards that.
yeah, he might have been saying how fans have
But
maybe for
I can
the
answer
expectation that they're allowing Ole to do this kind of thing where we're struggling in games. So Till Malone, my bad, mate. But yeah, it still applies what I say anyway to people that are maybe challenging fans that want more at this point in the season. But yeah, thanks Till Malone for getting in here, mate.
We always want more, though. This is Manchester United. We're the greatest club. We're we're supposed to be one of the greatest clubs around. But
Yeah.
I think people if they were around in the 90s and seeing Man United dominate teams right, left, and centre, but now we're not. So the expectations still high, but I think people need to be a bit real of the expectations of Manchester United now than to what it was back then. Me personally, my expectations is still high. I still believe that we should win, games against Everton, against the lower teams, against the top 6 teams. That's my fine margins of winning a title and not. If we can beat the top teams as well as beating the lower teams and mid-table teams comfortably.
Yeah. I just got to highlight something. Eddie O2 blocked that fall for slandering Eddie. Okay, any mods in the chat? Yeah, because I did see someone comment something stupid earlier. But for the mods in the chat, please, can you police what's going on? Till Malone, I don't know if you did say the comment I saw earlier. Yeah, but you're on your last warning, mate. Yeah, or you're gonna get bounced. Okay, guys, I think we've got into quite a bit of the analysis. So I want to have let's go on to player ratings. Let's talk about some of the individual displays. So Usman, we're gonna do like Usman, you talk about De Gea, then we go to G Wolf, then me, then we go to the next player. And so on. Yeah.
So David De Gea. Right, I'm trying to just recall what De Gea's done. Obviously, he made a couple of. I remember the Demarai Gray save in the first goal. That was really good. I'm just going to give De Gea 7. I mean, I can't really follow him for the goal. I mean, some people might say he's been flat-footed, etc. But obviously, can't expect you to say that. I'm going to give De Gea a 7. The reason being is I think he did really put a foot wrong, to be quite honest with you. I know 6 is an average score because of a couple of individual saves that he made in general. Kept us in the game when they had their half chances, so to speak, and just in general, man, his overall play has just been fantastic this season. So I'm going to give him a 7 for this game.
Okay, fair enough. G Wolf, what you saying?
Yeah, same here. 7. Didn't really put a foot wrong or anything like that.
Okay,
pretty solid when he was called upon as well, wasn't he? So.
Yeah. You made a particular save from Demarai Gray. Demarai Gray was a villain in that game.
Very good today.
It was the one good shot he did. De Gea he's just Superman. He dives there, he does the Superman pose, bang, knocks out the ball, looks after it. So I'd agree with you guys at 7. Let's move on to one of my guys. I'll start off and then we go G Wolf and then Usman. But Wan-Bissaka, for me, he's almost Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah.
He is on and off so much. I mean, there was one chance that he was creating from the right where he dropped a shoulder, killed the fullback, crossed it in. It was nice. And then there was another time where the ball came from Bruno from the middle, and all he had to do is like touch it and cross it in under his foot. Yeah. And then there was times where he got the ball, he tried to do a bit too much, lost it, or he passed it backwards, and then he make a great tackle. It was like on and off. So for my rating, it's like he didn't do too. I mean, there was times when he left Lindelof to try and handle Demarai Gray, which was quite bad. He got a little bit exposed a little bit in the second half of that. So it's like, I don't know, maybe because what we're saying, average is a 5. Obviously, average is a 5.
I'd say average is a 6 personally.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought, because I go by FIFA rules. Normally, 6 is average on
6
FIFA.
is an average. I just want
So I'll probably go 6, guys. People in the chat, just get in your ratings, and if you got an explanation for them, just drop it in. We'll highlight some comments. G Wolf, man, what you saying? What you saying for Wan-Bissaka?
Same. Yeah, same 6. I said he won. Like, his attacking play was okay. He did a couple of crosses in, but yeah, apart from that, I thought he was. No, that's sure. He should have got back. No, do him later, right? But yeah, Wan-Bissaka 6 for me. So
Okay. And then Usman, before you say yours, Sing Games is arguing with us. He said mark out of 10, average is 5. Are we agreeing?
We've agreed on 6, and so
Sing Games, you're gonna have to deal with it, mate. I mean, get in your ratings, and then we'll still highlight what you're saying.
For an average, to be honest, personally, but I'm gonna give Wan-Bissaka a 7. Actually, I know you both give him a 6. I just think.
Sorry, say it again.
I give him a 7.
Okay.
I think he offered a lot going forward, more than I'd normally give him credit for. Obviously, there was a few occasions he did leave Lindelof, on his own, so to speak. But I think that was a tactical thing. They were pushing the fullbacks further up the pitch, which I wasn't opposed to, because obviously we need to get the goal. So
not an 8, like we're not. What are you saying? Not enough for an 8?
I mean, no, not an 8, because we didn't get a clean sheet. So
that's true.
So, plus they probably could have taken Demarai Gray out initially. So I'm gonna give him a 7. I think he had a pretty good performance, to be fair to him.
K-Slater's backing you up, bro. For me, solid 7. Okay. I'll still go with mine.
same here.
So Usman, let's start us off on Varane. What are you thinking about him?
I've had a lot of people tell me Varane had a poor game. A lot of people I've spoken to, Varane had Varane was shocking, Lindelof was back, etc. I mean, I do hear that, but I mean, the thing with Varane is that he allowed us to be 10 yards up the pitch because of his ability, his recovery pace. If Maguire's playing, I just feel a lot more nervous or anxious, and I felt a bit more reassured with Varane there, even on the counter attack. I know a couple of occasions he kind of messed up, but for the fact that he gave me that reassurance, I'm going to give him a 6, touching a 7, but I'm going to say 6 because no clean sheet. So I can't give him a
6. Fair enough. G Wolf, what are you saying?
I was actually going to go for 7 because his defensive duties, like, even though that's his job, but he did some last ditch tackles, good interceptions, and overall play, I was pretty impressed by it. So 7.
People are disagreeing with you guys. 4 from Tekken fan. Look, that's
harsh. I've heard a lot of people say that he was shocking. Yeah, I've heard that.
I'm trying to remember what the stakes though. Like,
I can't recall it being shocking. That's why I've given him a 6. I can't remember it. I felt like he was like really good in the air. Like he won most of the headers.
Yeah.
I don't remember him getting bullied in the air. I don't. This is what I mean. I've had a lot of people tell me he was poor. So
another one here, Carlos Fontana. Thanks for getting in here, mate. At best of 5. That's the ceiling for him. Okay. Maybe people are remembering some. Maybe people had that Varane cam on.
There was a few cutbacks that near post that he got beaten out. Like he wasn't as quick to the ball. I remember them ones, but not to knock him down to a 4 or a 5. I still think he was pretty steady. So 6. But,
if we're calling 6 average, I'm gonna have to go with a 6. Like G Wolf was saying, he's got to just do the defensive jobs as a normal thing, really. So I didn't see anything that was a superhero thing to push him past the average score. So I'd go with a 6. I'm going to start us off on Lindelof, who I thought came. Okay, wait, hold on. Before I go to that, Obizi the Beast. Thanks for getting in here, mate. 8.5 on Varane. So he's quite positive. Ilya United 3. That's the lowest score so far. I mean, that suggests he was like Dallo against Villarreal. He wasn't getting skinned. He wasn't getting killed like that. So Ilya, I think a little bit too harsh, mate. But you're entitled to your opinion. Thanks for getting in here. Anyway, Lindelof, for me, I think he did a good job today. I usually don't like Lindelof. G Wolf likes to call him Blunderlof. I didn't see blunders.
Nor did I.
I saw him covering for Wan-Bissaka, especially in second half. Yeah,
Yeah.
when Wan-Bissaka got caught out of position, Lindelof was forcing Damari Gray down that wing, not allowing him to get too many crosses in. He did well because sometimes I've seen in the past he doesn't cover Wan-Bissaka enough. Did well in the air. He's still suspect. This is why I ultimately don't like Lindelof. He will get beaten in the air, but he wasn't too exposed today. I don't think in general. Yeah, people keep getting in your comments. I was looking at Ilya again. 3 for Lindelof, not for okay. Ilya doesn't like Lindelof as well. I bet yours is going to be low as well, G Wolf. What are you saying for Lindelof?
7.
Okay.
I've gone for a 7 for Lindelof because of, like, as you said,
I didn't even say mine, by the way. I think it would be like a 6 or 7. I think I'll go for
because of, like, with the covering that he was doing for Wan-Bissaka occasionally, and as you said, always putting him down, always putting Gray down the wing. So yeah, he did his
Can we do
defensive duties
6.5?
correct.
By the way, are we doing 0.5s? Because I think it might be because he's not that much better than Varane. I give him 6.5. But yeah, carry on, G Wolf.
Yeah, no, I'll finish. Yeah, mine's just 7.
Oh, okay, 7.
I'm going to agree with you. If I'm giving him a 7 as well. I think there's 2 players in particular against Damari Gray when he's 1v1 and he shepherded him out for both of them. When Damari Gray was running at pace as well, so he could have quite easily fouled him for a pen. So I was really happy with those 2 individual bits. So I think
I'm going with you guys now. I'm going with you guys now for 7. Tekken fans getting in here. People are saying the same thing. Carlos Fontana, Lindelof had to cover for Bissaka most of the game. He played decent. Yeah. Okay.
He was solid, and his ability on the ball as well was really, really good today. I mean, his switches of play, pinpoint, on numerous occasions. He was starting attacks from defense as well. So, yeah, fairly solid for him. But I just don't think he's that guy. But fair play to him today. Okay,
then get us started off on Shaw. What do you think about Shaw today? Was he rushed in, or did he look all right today?
I mean, Shaw was the epitome of a game of 2 halves as an individual. I thought first half, he started very well, especially when we started very good in the first 15 minutes. I thought Shaw was pivotal in that, his ability to overlap. He was driving with the ball, he was playing 1-2s, and then the second half he just fell off. I don't know if that was a fitness thing or he just didn't have that same urgency in the second half.
But Usman, I've got to ask you though, could that be related to him being rushed back in from the injury?
Potentially. Obviously, I mean, Tellez didn't really cover himself in glory for the goal against Villarreal, for me personally. So I can understand Ollie's logic. But, I mean, it is what it is. It didn't really cost us the game. However, in saying that, he was also alongside Fred. Not as much as Fred, but he was definitely culpable for the goal. He did it against Newcastle, exactly the same mistake. Ran across the pitch, trying to be Superman, left Varane exposed, a backstep. Exactly the same thing happened. Where does the goal come from? Where Luke Shaw should be stood. I felt like there was enough people to cover the attack from Damari Gray. Yes, it wasn't looking promising. However, if he stays in his position, they do not score unless Townsend takes him on or something. So for that reason, I have to knock him down. I was going to give him a 6, but I have to knock him down to a 5 because he was culpable for the goal alongside Fred and some of the other players.
Tekken fan 1997 still getting in here. Thanks, mate. 5 for sure. Like I said, he doesn't seem fit. Yeah, I mean that might be the ultimate thing as to why
me personally,
he didn't
I wouldn't have played Shaw.
Yeah. Everyone, just got to say again for Stu Wolf before I come to you, mate. Everyone, please be dropping the likes. It helps out the main man Pigo. He's going to be back on for FIFA later on. He will keep you guys notified. We got a bulletin in. Guess who is the resident villain getting in here? Before I go to you, G Wolf, Zay Mayasi. Only 90 minutes till you see proper football. What, Arsenal playing at 5:30, is it?
Yeah, they are.
Is that the real team he's talking about?
He wants to see proper football from Brighton.
Right. They're playing Brighton, yeah?
Yeah, they're facing Brighton.
I can't wait for Morpie Masterclass one more time.
Yeah, he's top scorer for them now. I'm sure he is. He's in my fantasy team too. Right? He needs to come. I think he'll do the business. I don't know. Zay Mayasi, tell us if you're at home. If you're away, I think you guys are getting butchered.
No, I think it's at the Amex. Football.
Is that? Yeah,
I think you find it's at the Amex, isn't it?
Brighton are going to turn up. They're when they play at the best, they're like Barcelona. Brighton alone.
Yeah, Brighton alone.
They'll show up with some tiki-taka. Malpe, like Usman saying, he's gonna come. He's gonna come and do some good stuff. I see that. But yeah, thanks for the super chat. We're not even got to Big Fred yet. Big Fred Zero. We're not got to it yet. We're coming.
Oh, I forgot.
Thanks to everyone getting in here. Black Rock, Rugby, Fred. Everyone's on Fred already.
Oh dear.
Shaw 5. Black Rock Rugby, I said, thanks for getting in. Gongshi, one of the legendary mods. Lucky Arsenal fans will get to watch Brighton. Yeah, I reckon they get some good play from Brighton. I reckon Brighton will be like. I'm actually hoping because I've seen Arsenal, to be fair, playing some good football recently. Even though they played a dead Spurs team, I think Brighton will turn up. They'll be knocked back down to earth. Because my brother is an Arsenal fan. He was.
I need a well-bet goal in celebration. That'd be nice.
Well-bet goal. You know, we would love that as Man United fans. But my brother
Absolutely.
was coming at me, for the Arsenal fixture. They won when we lost to Villa, and he's trying to celebrate like they've won a cup. You've not won anything yet. Don't chat to us. We're still in the title race, so I'm not trying to have it.
Is Welbeck actually playing? Because I thought he took a knock in the. I think he took a knock in the last game. So
don't say that. I'm not checked.
Don't know if he's playing or not.
I'm not sure, but G-Wolf, I'm sure you're about to do your Shaw rating.
I am. It's well, if we're doing points, then I'm going 4.5 because that positioning play for that goal was absolutely shocking. But then the only thing is you could say because of the second half, maybe the game was getting to him a bit. His fitness was down.
Yeah.
But for me, I think he was rushed back too quickly. I think he should have I think he shouldn't have played that game whatsoever. I think Telles should have started instead.
Yeah, I mean,
me personally.
I'm just trying to think of what Ole relies on. We know that Ole loves the passion. Yeah, he loves people fighting. So for me, confidence feeds into that kind of mentality of passion. So if you got Telles scoring a worldie, I say he should have confidence to play again. Yeah. And if he's still fully fit, he should play instead of rushing in. Sure, because I read on the Manchester Evening News website that as well as the shoulder injury, he had illness. So he was battling two things to come back in.
Yeah,
so
there's no need, man. Telles scored a worldie, like you said. He's got confidence first time in a while. Yeah. And then now he's going to, mentally, he's going to be like, well, what can I do to play if I've just scored and got you out of jail on the week? So
exactly. So, yeah, I mean, a 4 is I think it's still hard. I mean, for that goal, I just think, like Usman's saying, if he keeps the position, doesn't try to be like a Superman, there's no space for everyone to be Superman in this team. So it backfired. Sure, it was a bit average. So I'll probably go 4. I'll probably go 4 for sure. I mean, cost us the goal. I mean, Fred. People will say, Fred lost the ball, which leads to maybe people panicking. But it's overall not that great. I don't want to be harsh, I might go 4.5 then. We're doing 0.5s, isn't it still? So 4.5. Okay. People just stay on top. Yeah, they've got the mods in here. Don't spam. If you need to time out people if they're not listening to you guys are the police of the chat, as Pigo has said. Pigo has entrusted you as the police and the bouncers. Get rid of people. If they're not listening to you guys, just bounce them, okay? Guys, thanks for getting in here and looking after the chat. Black Rock Rugby, what you're saying, worst midfield in the Premier League. Okay, that's harsh. We're going to get into the midfield now. I think we've talked about the defense. So I'll start us off on what is one of the villains of the moment. I even feel bad about what I used to say about Fred. I used to say Fred when he was like last season, he was doing well. He used to do well. I think people have forgotten. I used to say he's bordering Kante level. Don't shoot me though. Don't shoot me because he was doing what? Yeah, G-Wolf last season, bro. I had to argue with Shane, who's one of the hosts of these fan panels that we do. He was trying to shout me down too. He couldn't remember a purple patch that Fred used to have. He was good at just doing the tackling, being tenacious, giving a 5-yard pass to someone who could progress the ball. Yeah. But we see now, Fred seems to. I mean, he has good points, bad points. He's probably like a bit like I almost, like I said before, a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which I said to Bissaka. You could say Fred's more of a Mr. Hyde. He's more of a monster because we see him sometimes panics on the ball, doesn't try to do a Hollywood pass sometimes. You should keep it simple. Zane's in here. Zane, I'm going to get to your chat, but I'll give Fred. I'll give Fred. I'm trying to be cool with Fred because, like,
Say
he
it with your chest, man. Say it with your chest.
That's what I need to do, man. I need to be like,
Just
you
say
gotta
it,
be.
bro, man. You're too cautious. You're worried about what people are gonna say.
I'm worried because I want to be. I like Fred, but he makes it hard. So
forget about life. What did you think of today? It's not about his whole career. Just
Fred's
today's performance. What you giving him?
Fred's a 4. Fred's a 4. He's a 4. He's at fault for the goal. He gets generous. I don't. There was some, like I said, there was some good stuff he did. He gets bossed off the ball, and yeah, 4 still a low score.
Apparently, Chelsea have just conceded. I might be wrong. So it's 1-1 apparently. I don't know if I'm wrong.
That's what the team needs right now. Is the rivals not?
I just need a bit of happiness and joy. So hopefully Southampton isn't offside or some nonsense. So obviously,
they kept us to a draw. They kept Man City to a draw.
Just give me something to hold on, please.
Yeah, exactly. Zane, before I come to you, Jewel, Zane is chatting some stuff about you play McFred, you will get thrashed at the Emirates. I can't wait to that game. We got to show up at the Emirates, yeah, because they've got a good record against us, especially last season. I don't think we've beaten them.
Listen, let's not worry about Arsenal, man. They're mid-table club, man. Do you know what I mean?
Mid-table club, but they're getting
super chance, but bro, chat to Brighton and them, man.
Yeah, worry about your business for now.
Just beat Brighton for Zane, and then come back.
Yeah, exactly. Zane was in here as well, saying that their Tomiyasu at right back is already like a top defender of the season or something.
Listen, this is Arsenal fans, yeah. Listen, they did it with what's his name? Cedric, when he had a couple of good games for Arsenal. Oh, this is why we signed Cedric. They've done it with Ben White. They've done it with bloody every single player. Guendouzi and Xhaka apparently better than Pogba. Like, I mean, they do it all the time. Do you know what I mean? They'll learn, and it'll be a harsh reality as always. So, waiting to.
Before I come to you, quickly though, people saying 3, 4. Oh, well, Black Rock Rugby, you changed it to 3. What? Okay, so a little bit.
Man thought I'm being a bit hard, you know.
G Wolf, come to you then, mate. What are you saying about Fred?
Fred, I went for 3.
Sorry, G Wolf. -5 for Fred. What about that? Is that a bit too harsh? Maybe too harsh. Sorry, G Wolf, carry on, mate.
Yeah, even I said I think it was a 3. I think with Shaw, he was at fault for the goal. He should have dealt with it a lot earlier than what he did.
Absolutely.
You know, the passing wasn't good, but as I said, like, you know, our midfield was always getting bypassed by their wingers. So
that's true. That's a hard name, my friend. Velder Hivet Segu. That's a wonderful name. That is. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing, but he gave Fred a 2. I guess that's just for showing up, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, that's for like getting his boots on and tying the laces properly, maybe. You know, maybe it's for that. Usman, what you saying for Fred?
Right. I mean, regarding Fred, right, he's just not good enough, is he? I mean, it's not his fault. He's getting picked. He's not good enough to be starting for Man United week in, week out. He's just. I thought he played all right in moments, but when it comes down to it, his ability on the ball was just poor. Just passing the ball away cheaply at random positions in the game where there was literally no pressure on him. Got bullied by Decorah, which isn't a surprise, obviously, given the size difference. But he was getting bullied a lot in the middle of the park. And of course, the goal that we've conceded is absolutely pathetic on 3 accounts. His touch is poor. Second mistake was he didn't win the 50-50. Like I said, it was a 70-30 for him to get to the ball. Damari Gray wanted the ball. And then the third mistake, which it blows my mind, is where is the tactical foul? pull him down. You're on the halfway line. They've got a clear counter-attack opportunity. Take the yellow card. Why do our players not take yellow cards? It's so frustrating. You see the likes of Fernandinho, Fabinho, Busquets, the top D. I know these guys aren't DMs, but midfielders, Herrera even. They take the yellow card. Take one for the team. You've made the 2 mistakes and just own it. Okay, fair enough. You know, these things happen. It's not okay. But bro, you just gotta have an in-game knowledge. Like, how can you not understand that we're in a position that we're gonna get counter-attacked here? I know there's other players there. There was other players who could potentially cover, and I understand that in his head he's probably thinking, you know, we should be okay. We'll be able to deal with it. But just take the yellow card, man. He's been playing well. Pull him down. So for that reason, 3, because at the end of the day, he's probably warranting a higher number, but because he literally threw us the game away with no pressure on him, I'm gonna give him a 3 because he was the main culprit.
I mean, Usman, real quick though. I mean, to take a tactical foul, sometimes that's, you know, for people to try and do that, it's a hard decision to make.
I personally don't agree, because I think if you've got that in you, ingrained in you, like you've got that IQ, that football IQ, look at the top DMs in the world. They always take tactical fouls. Matic, for Man United, he does it all the time. Like Matic does it, Fabinho, Rodrigo, Fernandinho, Busquets, Casemiro. I can name you loads of players. They would take.
You know what I'm more angry over though? Sorry to cut you, but I think it's the 50-50 for me. Is that he's not strong enough? He should be stronger.
He got bullied firstly, and secondly, Demore Gray wanted it so much more than the guy.
Yeah.
He should be winning him. He shouldn't be getting to the ball before him. So yeah, I mean, his football IQ was just left out there, which isn't a shock really. So 3 for me.
That's true. Okay, fair point, man. You're always good with the analysis. G Wolf, good with the analysis. We're getting in deep here, so let's stay on Usman. Let's go to Greenwood, man. What are you saying about Greenwood?
What about McTominay?
Oh, we're not saying McTominay. Oh, sorry, McTominay. Start McTominay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you for forgetting that he was on the pitch, to be honest with you. But
I said he was a passenger before. That's exactly why I forgot about.
Listen, passenger.
You did some good stuff, but yeah,
complete passenger in this game. I mean, again, he was okay because he made a lot of third man runs into the box, which I definitely liked from him. He was joining the attack. He was trying to make things happen. Of course, the execution wasn't there. Again, like I said earlier, this is a good game for him by his own sort of admission in terms of his ability. But
real quick, Usman, what do you think about this? VK Dean, thanks for getting in here. McTominay was unfit and so was Shaw. Fred was okay, but cost us the goal big time with a poor error. The entire team's defensive structure and attacking patterns are below average. Do you think McTominay was unfit?
He said unfit. I don't think he was unfit. But what I was going to say was McTominay, right, gets away with something that Pogba doesn't get away with, and is letting people run off him. Pogba, we know defensively can be a liability. But if you actually look at their chances in the first half, they're getting cut back at the edge of the box. Look where Fred is. Fred is in the box, right? He's covering someone. I think the centre-back's gone across to try and block the cross. Fred is in his position. He's covering someone. McTominay, 3 occasions, is not covering the player on the edge of the box. Decore twice. And I can't remember who had the other shot, but Wan-Bissaka block. Where is McTominay? The guy is literally jogging back, not sensing danger, and allowing someone on the edge of the box getting a free shot. If it wasn't for individual blocks from Lindelof, that random one, Wan-Bissaka and Varane, I think all 3 were blocked 1 each, they would have scored earlier in the game. And a lot of that was down to McTominay, not sensing danger. So for that reason, he's getting a 3 as well, because his football IQ.
Wow.
I mean, he probably did better than a 3. But for me personally, as a Manchester United player, it's not acceptable. He got lucky. Those mistakes that I've just referred to would have got highlighted if the defenders didn't save him. But he got away with it. So people probably not going to realise that he made mistakes. He was absolutely shambolic in that sense. He was letting people run off him 24/7.
Yeah.
So 3 for me personally. He got lucky that they pulled him out of jail.
So Tekken fan 1997, thanks for another comment, mate. McTominay 3. My friend, can I just say your last name instead of saying the whole thing? So it's Mr. Segu saying Mick 6. That's funny. I think that's actually giving him an average game. Maybe it was because I was actually commenting in Pigo's watch along. I said McTominay, bang average, maybe a few side passes, maybe
6 is probably right, to be honest. I'm not going to lie, but the reason I marked him down so much is because of the mistakes that haven't been highlighted, because other people have got him out of jail on numerous occasions.
There is the passenger thing. I mean, a lot of people that are fans of McTominay will probably Ilya United is not a fan.
I like
McShitty,
McTominay. That's the funny
okay,
thing.
that's harsh.
I am a fan of McTominay. I think he's a great squad player to have in the team. But again, it's not his fault he's getting picked, so it is what it is, isn't it?
United Way, just got to get one of your groupies in here, Usman. Now, United Way, thanks for getting in here with participation. Always a great show. Usman Talks United, great addition. G Wolf, there's been some good stuff for you. I'm sure I highlighted that earlier. K Slater was backing up what you were saying as well, G Wolf. So yeah, G Wolf, let's go to you for your McTominay rating.
Yeah, so for me, McTominay was between a 3 and a 4. Some good bits, but as I say, he was mainly just a passerby. He was just like a passenger again, like against Villarreal, just nothing. Didn't really offer us anything. It didn't, like, with that McFred midfield, we know what's going to happen from them two, which is absolutely nothing and just a lot of carnage. So,
okay.
I want to break up. I really want to break up that McTominay versus Fred partnership because
Van der Beek
needs to be done.
Van der Beek is. I can't even speak right now because Van der Beek's treatment is awful now, and it feels like Ole's waited for him to pull a strap to completely not play him. He's almost. It seems like he's always waited for the bib and the chewing gum throwing down incident to happen, so we can say, "Oh, I'm not playing this sulker anymore. No sulker in that MUFC."
Big facts.
That's what I feel right now, and it's bad. It's not just about one player playing. It's about it's about what we want for the team. We want the team to be great. We want the team to be getting results. But today we didn't get one. We didn't get one. So this is where it gives more leeway or more opportunity for us to talk about what's going wrong because we're not getting the results. Van der Beek, better technically. If you look at the evidence from what Van der Beek used to do, okay, I think Diesel Daily was actually trying to set us up for this. Diesel Daily VRS, thanks for getting in here. Off topic, but what do you think? What do you guys think would be a good replacement for Van der Beek if he was to be sold in the next transfer window, and why? Okay, that's interesting. What, you got something on that, Usman?
I know. For me, it's an absolute no-brainer. It's Jude Bellingham without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, top player. I'm absolutely devastated that we allowed him to go to Dortmund. We really missed the trick there. We should have been a bit more persuasive when he came to Manchester United, Carrington, obviously for his tour, etc. I think Bellingham's the future, man. This guy's got it all, man. He's done it. Key moments already for Dortmund at such a young age, and I think his football IQ is well above his years. So I honestly think he can go to the top. So for me, it would be Bellingham.
Okay, I just got to give a quick shout out to Gongshi again. Thanks for getting in here, boss. Eddie O2, I get the same impression. It's not on. I mean, we can only go off the eye test. We can't quite see what Ole's thinking, but, actions speak louder than words. And Van der Beek, it seems to be frozen out. So it seems to be, Van der Beek's going to have to get a train out of here, man, somewhere. Imagine seeing a Champions League player that used to be bossing at Ajax at Everton. I don't think that's such a demotion for me. Maybe Real Madrid come in, like we were talking about in the previous stream. But it's quite bad. I didn't even give my my rating on McTominay. If I give Fred a 4, McTominay did some okay stuff when he was in the game, but like we're saying, a bit of a passenger sometimes. I'm not liking him in there, to be honest. Doesn't do enough. Maybe some side passing. It's maybe a 4.5, maybe just a little bit better than Fred. Maybe, I don't know, 4.5. I'm sorry, guys. I'm shocking right now with trying to do my ratings. I'm trying to be fair, but like Usman said, I got to speak with my chest.
Say it, bro, man. Say what you're thinking, man.
But when I feel down, though, it's like, I mean, I'm one of the fans that always wants to be positive. I want to weigh up both sides. Yeah. I want to see what other people are seeing because, like I said, when I was on Piggo's Watch On, people were saying, McTominay had a great first half. He was doing things. Someone said I had an agenda for saying McTominay was average. I don't think so. I don't think he's good enough. So, yeah, maybe a 4.5 today, man. We've got to have a lot better in there. Okay, so we talked about the midfielders. I'll start us off from Greenwood. Greenwood, Greenwood today. I'm trying to remember what he did. For me, fundamentally, he's not a winger. Ole has to see that he's not going to grow anymore on there. For me, you know, it's easy to speak from the sidelines. That's what we're doing. But this is the fan forum. We've got to talk. Yeah. From what I see, he's not going to improve on that right wing. He was being less greedy, but then was he getting in better service? I don't think it was better service. For me, this is what actually affects Wan-Bissaka as well, is that I see that the right winger Greenwood is he's not dragging in the fullback of Everton enough, or any fullback that he plays against. He doesn't pull them in so Wan-Bissaka can have a nice, easy overlap. If you guys remember, Gary Neville, when he was playing, come on, Gary Neville, okay, he's on maybe a legend status, maybe, okay, he's won stuff. He was average in attack too, if we look at it. But if you remember, a lot of overlaps he would do, the right winger has pulled in that fullback so we can have a nice overlap and then do a cross. I don't see that happening for Wan-Bissaka enough. I see people passing to Wan-Bissaka and expecting him to go past their fullback, the opposition's fullback. I don't see it. So Greenwood as a right winger today, bang average. I'll probably give him a 5. I give him a 5. People keep getting in your ratings in the chat, and we'll highlight the interesting stuff. G Wolf, what you saying?
Yeah, for Greenwood, I would say a 5, 6 as well.
5, 6, is that 5.5?
Yeah, 5.5. If we're doing 0.5s and all that lot, then 5.5. Like, you know, there was okay stuff from him at the beginning of the game, but eventually he sort of just petered out and then he got subbed off, didn't he? So, yeah.
Okay.
Didn't really do much, but he could have done a lot more, but oh well.
So I just got, before I come to you, Usman, Big God Bob was talking about what you were saying, because we talked about Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham, 100 mil. That's how much it will cost. 100 mil in defo. Don't think they'll sell though, and he won't come to us. Ideally for him, I don't blame him.
Yeah, he's not coming. But I'm saying if I had an ideal choice, it would be Bellingham. But yeah, I mean, we ain't getting anyone off Dortmund after the Sancho situation, are we? Let's be real.
Really? If we got 100 mil.
I'm not, obviously, we're not going to pay 100 million. It's 50 million or 60 million, give or take.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, we paid 80 mil for Maguire, mate. So.
Shut ourselves in the foot, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Would you take Calvin Phillips from Leeds?
I wanted the guy.
Yeah, a lot of people have mentioned Phillips. I would take Phillips as well. He's proved me wrong, I've got to be honest. I wasn't fully sold on him, but I think the Euros, for me, showcased that he's good enough to actually, come in and make a real difference. So yeah, I would take Phillips without a doubt. But again, Leeds boy, would he come to Man United? I don't know about that one. But I would absolutely love it because they would hate it. So it'd be beautiful. Okay.
Second fan, 1997. Thanks again, mate. Greenwood 5.3. So that leads on to Usman. What's your rating, mate?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. He's not a right winger. I think we all know that. My major concern with Greenwood is his lack of chances he's getting. I mean, I know he takes a lot of shots, but I'm saying actual chances, he's not getting many. I don't know if it's down to his individual ability to get in the right areas. There's a couple of occasions that the ball's been whipped. I mean, Greenwood whipped a fantastic ball in the first half that nobody got an end of. And there was one in the second half. I can't remember who whipped it in the second half. It might have been Bruno put one across the box. Ronaldo and Greenwood, both of them did get onto the end of it. So just little things like that he needs to improve. Just obviously, following the ball in, so to speak. But yeah, he's not a right winger. So for me, flat 5. I mean, it can't be too critical.
Fair enough. Gongshi, thanks for an update. One of the good mods in here. Thanks again. Ole is waffling in his post-match conference. He's like a broken record. At this point, it seems like Ole in these press conferences is doing the politician thing, just trying to take the positives. Yeah. So I can't wait to see it.
Every manager in that scenario will be doing the same thing. So I don't even look at the press conferences like that. I don't look too much into him waffling to deflect, so to speak. It is what it is, isn't it, John?
Okay. So someone's United Way is asking for us to talk thoughts on Sancho today. I thought he looked sharper and get into his usual best. So I was going to go to Bruno, but let's go into Sancho now then. Yeah, Usman, start us off on Sancho.
I mean, Sancho for me was absolutely fantastic. Like that was his best for me. That was his best Man United appearance. I know it was a cameo of like 35 minutes, 40 minutes, 40 minutes possibly. But without a shadow of a doubt, he was direct. He had he was willingness to take people on. His link up with Ronaldo, as we mentioned earlier, was fantastic. They really made a huge difference in a positive way going forward. And it looked like if anything was going to come, it was going to come from Sancho. And on top of that, his decision making is a breath of fresh air. I must say, even like he knows when to pass the ball back into areas. I mean, he took on a couple of players, played one to Pogba, who took that shot, almost scored. But that wasn't the only time. He did it 3, 4, 5 times. His passing accuracy in tight spaces to play that ball at edge of box. And his way of pass, that he was really good today. So I'm going to give him a 7, man. It really felt like he could be the catalyst to win us the game. It felt like Rashford getting subbed on in terms of that impact Rashford has when he really takes the game out of the scruff of the neck. So
I think that's a bit generous still, but yeah, I know. I take your points. Your points are good points.
It's generous, but I think average is 6, and I feel like a 7 is warranted because of the impact. It really flipped the script for me in terms of the dynamics of the game. Changed a lot when Sancho came. I felt like I sensed that from the opposition as well.
All right then. Right, sorry, I just got to get into the comments quick because like they keep coming in. They're going to expire. G Wolf, I'm going to get to you in a bit, mate. Jay, talk about give Ole to end of the season. So we've got some verdicts there. People just keep getting in your views on what's going on. United way thoughts. Okay, sorry, I went to that one already. Diesel Daily VRS Greenwood 5.5 was okay. Yeah, we were talking about him before. K Slater, thanks for getting in here, mate. I love what he's talking to United way. I love what a transition from backline to say Sancho through Donny van de Beek would look like. That would be good. That would be good. We got an update from one of our top mods again. Ole saying we lack the cutting edge. That's football. We were in total control, but conceded from a counter attack.
We've been on the flip side of scoring on the counter attack against Man City. So, I mean, it's a bit hypocritical. On those games, he was buzzing saying that it was a master plan from us. So, I mean, again, there's no point taking anything. What Oli says serious after a game, especially when it's a disappointment, he's just defending himself in it. So,
I mean, Usman, before I come to you, Usman, we had 62% possession, which implied we dominated the game. So on paper, if you didn't watch the game, on paper, you look at the stats, 24 shots, 8 on target. We had 88% accuracy in passing. The opposition had 66%. These things imply what are they saying, to be honest? Like almost like a politician would bring out the stats and go, look at the stats.
Yeah.
We actually should have won, but unlucky on the counter attack.
I wish he took more accountability, but he never will in it because we know that obviously that puts more pressure on him. I mean, like Tuchel came out after the Man City defeat and said, look, I got it wrong completely. I'm not saying Oli got it wrong today. I don't think he got it wrong. I just don't think he's got that ability to give that information to break down the defense. That's a coaching thing.
You got it wrong. I got to say you got it wrong.
I mean, yeah, I don't think you got the substitutions were fine. The manner in which we tried to keep the ball, those things were all fine. The fundamentals were there. But the last bit is where you get your bread and butter, isn't it? And he hasn't got it. It's just he'll always get that wrong because he just hasn't got it in him for me.
I have to disagree though, Usman. I mean, you talk some good points, but Martial coming off when he had a goal, he's got confidence. I don't think you do that.
I'm sure Martial was injured. I'm sure he was.
Okay, maybe that saves Ole for that criticism from me though. But at the same time, Ronaldo coming on, that didn't even work. I don't think that early as well. Don't think that should have been one as well. Sancho, I agree with because I like your rating for Sancho. What you were saying was good. He looked more confident. He was trying a few more things and linking up looked good. So yeah, G Wolf, what are you saying about Sancho's rating?
Sancho? Yes, 6.5, 7. He did well when he came on. Good 1-2s with Ronaldo, and then I'm pretty sure that if he got good enough contact on it, then I think that would have been a goal.
Yeah.
In the end, instead of just putting it into the middle for Pickford to get. So.
Okay. Yeah. United always confirmed that Martial limped off injured. Okay then. I'll allow Ole that sub then. Okay. Weird stuff. I highlighted yours by mistake, but what are you saying anyway? Thanks for getting in here. Weird stuff. Drop a like. Everyone drop a like, bring you some good free content here. This is what you're going to see on a more regular basis is that the fans come in, myself, Eddie, Yeah, that's my name. G Wolf and Osman getting in here will be chewing the fat, So, guys, dropping a like and subscribe to the ultimate platform, which is Flying Pig United. Thank you. So, I've got to read out your comment, mate. If he hasn't got it, wouldn't that mean he's not good enough? So, obviously, you got it wrong.
I mean, if you've already said that, I've already said that he's not good enough, and he'd get it wrong each week. I mean, the reason today, I just feel like I just don't think he's good enough per se. I just don't think today. I think today further, emphasizes that the coaching is the issue, and the whole he got it wrong today. I understand the Cavani substitution; it was a bit perplexing. I don't understand why he did that, as you said, rightly. But overall, I just don't think he has any ideas of how to break down. That was all he's at his best, basically, my personal opinion. But he just doesn't know what else to do.
Okay, you have to bear with me because I'm losing track a bit. G-Wolf, have you've not said your Sancho?
Yeah, I've done Sancho. Yeah, I said 6.5.
6.5. People keep getting in your ratings. We'll highlight them. For me, Sancho did all right. But for me, if you're going to give him a 7, like Usman did, I think I've got to see a goal involvement. People may dislike what I say, but I go by FIFA rules. Okay, he did some okay stuff in terms of linking up. Maybe that will take him to a 6.5. But extra point for a goal and assist would be like 7 because you only had the second half. I mean, if you had the first half too, doing that, I'll probably go for a 7. So yeah, I'll stick with that. I'll start us off on Bruno. Can't forget about Bruno in there. He got the assist. This is the thing, with Bruno. He doesn't have a full 90 minutes of doing what I think a number 10 should do at top level. Being like we've seen greats like Zinedine Zidane or Del Piero. They'll control the game. Even a Pirlo, they'll be. Even when they're not getting assists or goals, they're making the big plays. They're pulling the strings. Iniesta pulling the strings, doing all this stuff. I don't see enough of pulling the strings. I mean, I saw him linking up with Martial a little bit, but I didn't like what the midfield's doing, where he's on the left, but he's not coming to get the ball enough. He leaves the midfield exposed too much. I'll have to give him an average score. I'm gonna go 6. I'm gonna go 6. No average score there. Don't think it was that great. Okay, but he got the assist though. And if I'm going by FIFA rules, maybe I'm wrong. 6.5. I'll go with that. I'll go with that, guys. Guys, keep getting your views in the chat. Jewel, what you saying, mate?
Yeah, I'm going 7 for
7,
Bruno. Yeah, with the assist, I thought he was trying to attack and trying to set people up all the time. Trying to do something, which is what I like to see from a Man United player. So, yeah, I think he deserves 7 for his game today. So,
okay, before I come to you, Usman, Will O, thanks for getting in here. I hope you dropped a like, mate. Bruno 8, he tracked back further than McTominay at times. I don't think I saw that enough. Did you see that though, Usman?
Yeah, I mean,
a few times he did.
There were a few occasions that he was tracking back. Bruno was actually probably my man of the match. From Man United, which doesn't say a lot because of other people. The only reason I would have said Bruno, obviously he played the 90 minutes firstly, obviously Martial and Sancho didn't. But the reason I picked Bruno is because I thought from what he could have done, he did it to the best of his ability today. I thought he was more neat and tidy on the ball. I thought he recycled the ball very well. Anything that was happening was coming through him. I think most of our attacks came through Bruno Fernandes. Of course, he got the assist. Beautiful way of pass. The touch as well. Didn't really mention Green. I didn't mention it earlier, but Green was a pass to Bruno was top draw, and Bruno's take made it look very easy with the pace that was on the ball in a tight area where he done the player with his touch.
Some people thought he underhit the ball, actually, that I saw in Pickers Watchline. Some people were saying that, I thought he underhit it a little bit, but it turned into like a nice opportunity for him to get that
I mean,
finish.
I'll have to work it back now, but obviously I might be wrong. But I just thought everything good that happened was through Bruno. So for that reason, 7 for me as well. I don't think he was outstanding, but you got mentioned, so.
I just got to get into some people's overdue ratings. Diesel Daily VRS saying Sancho 6, decent link-up play. Yep. Okay, yeah, he was all right. Sin Games saying 5.5 for Sancho. Okay, he didn't see enough. That Sancho, that's just from that shot in the last minute. I mean, what was that even? 6 without that shot.
He's multitasking
Interesting.
that shot.
Big God Bob, one of the guys that always gets in here. Thanks for getting in here. Is Ronnie tired though, or just sick of poor service? I think the latter. Yeah, I think it's sick of poor service. I just got to read the super chat before it expires. Gongshi, I finally remembered one of your super chats. I've missed your last two. Thanks for hosting this post-match stream, guys. Glad to see Usman joining in again today. You three make a good team. That is just, I feel such great morale from that. Guys.
Cheers,
Let's have
Gungshi.
a little clap for Gongshi.
Appreciate that.
Gongshi, big up to you, man. one of the top mods. Thanks for that, mate. Really love that. That's cheered me up from like this result today. I really needed that. I'm a guy that loves to smile. When we lose, I smile as well because I don't know what to do when we don't win or when we
You're
draw.
either gonna laugh or cry with Man United at the moment.
That's what Nathan, who's one of the guys that gets in here too. He couldn't be on this panel. He said the same thing. I like to try and be positive, so it's like I'm just smiling no matter what. Even if I'm angry, just smiling. Just gotta get the emotion out, really. So that's what it is. Usman, we're starting you, yeah. Wait, hold on. Tekken fans and Bruno 6.5. Yeah, he's agreeing with me. You know, a little bit touch and go with the performance. I want to see more discipline. But let's go to before he came off Cavani, Usman.
I mean, it's very. I mean, I don't want people to think this is a cop-out answer, but it's very difficult to rate the strikers because they get next to no service every single game, and I mean, some of it might be their fault, lack of movement, etc. But we know with Cavani that is never going to be the case. His movement is second to none. I mean, his desire and his tenacity is consistent throughout every single game. So I do feel for him. He didn't get a chance. I mean, he had that one header, as we mentioned earlier, which I personally think he should have scored. I'm not going to lie. But minus that, what did he get? Like, service-wise, so... I mean, if I'm being honest, it's probably a 5, but for the fact that he got no service, I'm going to give it a 6. And it's not, I don't think it's his fault that he had a so-called poor game because he couldn't do anything with what he got. The hand he got dealt wasn't good. So I'm going to give him a 6.
I mean, from Cavani, Jewel, we're going to get to you next, but I just got to say that I like the pressing game that he does. He some effort there. Yeah, Jewel, what you saying, mate?
Yeah, I was going to say 5 or 6. The same as... Usman, basically, he didn't get the service, and then also, with that goal, he should have buried that. But yeah,
which one?
The reason why I say 6, I'm going to go with 6. Yeah,
he should have buried the header.
He should have buried it.
I think he should have. Yeah, I do as well.
Really? I mean, the header was. It's not like it was just right in the keeper's face. I think it was not a half chance. Yeah.
Nah, for his ability, I think he's got to score. I think he knew that as well. He went straight down to his knees as well, straight away.
Yeah.
He forced a good save from that keeper still, though. I
just feel like for his heading ability, he should be scoring that. It's a free header in the 10-yard box, practically. I mean, 10 yards out. And
I think it's a bit harsh, guys. Come on.
I think he's too close to the keeper. Like, I feel like his reaction said it as well that he should have scored. I don't know.
But okay. From my philosophy, I think strikers need more than that chance. It seems like a warm-up chance.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
It seems like if he gets another one like that, that's buried.
Oh
yeah.
Because we see people like Lukaku, they need 1, 2, 3 chances to bag something. Even Salah, if we watch Salah, he misses at least 2 chances and then he'll bury 1.
Yeah.
It just seems like maybe you give him another one.
It wasn't his fault. It was just in that chance in isolation, as Wolf said, like he probably should have scored it.
Lou Manu, thanks for getting in. I mean, we've talked about Shaw being at fault for the 1 goal. Obviously, the second goal didn't count because Shaw's got to have more discipline. Because remember when Tom Davies got in for that potential second goal from Mina, he vacated the left side again. I don't know what's going on there. It's got to be
was that not from a free kick though? I feel like that Shaw might not have had to be on that side because he's probably in the wall or something. So I don't know if that's a different.
Okay, that may be the case then. We should have actually. Okay, hold on. Let me talk about what people are saying in terms of Cavani. United way saying Cavani 6, Tekken fan 1997 5.5. So yeah, people are saying the average stuff that we're saying too. I agree with you guys. I think it was. I don't think I gave my rating. I would agree with you guys about 6, something like that. And we didn't even talk about Martial.
Yeah, I miss Martial and Ronaldo. That's it, really. I think.
Yeah, because I went into Sancho like he started. He actually just missed the second half. So Martial, I think he was a bit quiet, in terms of it. It looks like when people see our wingers, they double team them. They get them. They double up. We saw it with Sancho against Villarreal. People would double up. I feel Martial was trying to link up with Bruno. Bruno would put in a ball down that left for the winger to chase. Wasn't working with Martial. And then we see one chance where the Everton defense was a little bit compressed. I don't know what happened there. And then Martial gets the goal. Good goal.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm not liking Martial's play. There was one header that he missed that I think it was from Wan-Bissaka's nice cross.
Yeah, it's the Wan-Bissaka one we referred to earlier.
Yeah. So for me, he's looking like the confidence. The confidence is not there. I've never really enjoyed Martial on that left. But if we're going to go average with an average score being 6, and then he got a goal, gives you a point. 7, but then he came off. I'm going to have to give him a 6, because he came off as well. He couldn't get the second half. So he just had a first half performance. I think it's average because I didn't see anything other than the goal. G-Wolf, what are you saying?
I'm going 6.5.
Okay.
Just for the goal. 6 because of he was bang average, and the half is for the goal.
Yeah,
but tell you the truth, do you want to know something? I really don't understand why he actually was playing, why he was in the first 11. Yeah. Why didn't he choose Sancho?
I don't know.
Like, he didn't really play. He came on in the Villarreal game, didn't he?
No, he didn't. I don't think he did.
You talking about Martial?
Yeah, I'm talking Martial.
He didn't come on. But anyway, guys, I think I've just completely been thrown off. But anyway, the boss has got in here saying, "Great show, lads. Smash your thumbs up." But he's also saying, "Don't know if you guys know, but you've been on longer than the game itself." Okay, so guys, we're gonna have to start wrapping up in a bit. I think we're nearly finished anyway. We got just Ronaldo to talk about, isn't it? And then Pogba. I think we're gonna wrap up on those two guys.
We've spoken about Pogba, but yeah, just regarding Martial, I agree with both of you. 6.5 for me personally because he scored basically. That's pretty much it. The only other person is Ronaldo, but I mean.
So yeah, take us into Pogba then, because I don't think. Did you say a rating then? You didn't say your rating for Pogba.
We're not giving him. I can't give Pogba anything higher than a 5. He's only on the pitch for 20 minutes, so
yeah, exactly.
I'll give Pogba a 5, and I'll give Ronaldo a 6. I mean, maybe 5.5. Didn't really do too much apart from his link up with Sancho. So that's my 2 ratings for them guys.
Yeah, same here. Well, both of them I'm going with 6. Just didn't really had enough time to influence the game or anything like that. So
I reckon Pogba, a few good touches in there. I liked him.
A few touches, but apart from that, bang average.
Yeah. So Tekken finally keeps getting in here. Just a bit harsh. The 4 now. I don't. That suggests he was at fault for something. I don't. You're entitled to your own opinion. We all know that, but I think that's a bit harsh. So for those guys, average score 6, something like that. But guys, just got to shout out some of your comments before we go. David, just bear with me with your name. David Srinivasan. Sorry. He doesn't learn. That may be reference to Ole. But hopefully, I mean, because if I was in charge, I'm giving the half season to turn it around. I'm saying, Ole, sit down, turn it around. Usman was saying, a bit more cutthroat. Saying, Ole, not good enough. We're all entitled to our opinion. G Wolf saying the whole season. We actually got different. If you look at our opinions,
I like the fact that we're given 3 different perspectives at first.
It's 3 different ones, isn't it? Because I said half the season. You said Ole done. G Wolf whole season. So it's interesting that we've got 3 different perspectives here. So yeah, man. But yeah, it's been a good show, guys. As United Way is saying, love the show. It's been a good show. We've been on a bit long, but hey, Usman comes in. I blame Usman because he gets in with a lot of points, and people love his points. So that's why we're going longer.
I appreciate it. But listen, what we'd appreciate more is if you slap a like on the video, help the homies out, man. They're putting in the shift in it, so you got to show love and whatnot.
That's it. And G
That's
Wolf as
it.
well. G Wolf rambles and brings up some good points. So
Yeah,
he's also just as much to blame. I come in, I ramble
can
too. But
be.
we all speak different points that are interesting. As we've said, I'm saying Ole, half a season. Usman, you're done. G Wolf, whole of the season for Ole. So that's why we had this long show. We've got different opinions. So, guys, thanks for staying in here. Shout out to the boss for getting in here. Flying Pig United, Big God Bob United Way, Sin Games, Gungshi, thanks again for getting in here. Will O, Tekken Fan 1997, thanks again. Will O, I said you're ready. David Shrin, Neversan, you got a hard name, mate. I wonder where you're from. That's an interesting name. Ilya United, Augustin PR. Everyone, you know what to do. Flying Pig United, subscribe. He's on Twitter, Instagram. All the links are in the description, so I don't need to try and remember the exact links. Just get in there right now. Click on the subscribe and get into the social media because Pigo is a man of the people. Before we go, we're just getting some plugs there. Osman, where can people find you, mate?
Yeah, firstly, as always, an absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me on. Yeah, in terms of my personal socials, you can find me on Usman Talks United. It's exactly the same on any social platform and my YouTube channel. So I do content on United as well as other Premier League teams, as I mentioned the other day. Yeah,
you've got a sub from United Way. You know, he's highlighting you.
He's a regular from my streams basically.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's why he's probably there. But yeah, so Osman Talks United on YouTube. Feel free to subscribe and obviously support the craft and all that good stuff.
And G Wolf, where can people find you again, mate?
People can find me at G Wolf United Gaming. Do a load of content like Rocket League, Minecraft, other various games as well. So if you want to join in, come to the channel. More than welcome.
Cool. And myself, I'm going to be getting back into YouTube. Pigo was saying to me I should maybe do some of these kind of shows on my channel, but I do mostly animation. So if you want to see some animation I've done from last season, subscribe to Culture Soldier Gear Animation. Yeah, get in there. I've done some collaborations with the Flying Pig where he's done some voices for me. He's done some voices for my animated characters. So just check it out. We're going to try and do some new ones if the Don is free. But yeah, that's it, guys. Yeah, like and subscribe. Can't say it enough. G Wolf, Usman, thanks, man. We'll catch you next time.
Cheers for having me on.
Okay. All right. Take care, guys.
See you later.